Hey guys, so I see you guys are still kind of struggling with ratio tables. So why not create another YouTube video just for that? So let's go ahead and see today's practice problem. So we're gonna do how many inches is 7 feet. So you always want to read the problem nice and carefully because the problem will tell you what two conversions you're going to need for your ratio table. I see inches, I see feet. So I'm going to create a ratio table with inches and feet. So for this conversion, this is a conversion you must memorize. Remember, there are some conversions that will be on a reference sheet, but this one you must memorize. So I'm gonna give it to you guys that conversion because the first line of your ratio table is your conversion. You must write it down first. It is your known fact. And I know 1 foot equals 12 inches. And you can see that in my first line of my ratio table. Now we don't want to put on the second line of our ratio table the information they give us in the problem. So in this problem, we have 7 feet. So I'm going to write 7 feet on the left hand side of our ratio table. So it could be just so I can have a nice organized game plan. Now that I have my ratio table filled out, you'll all notice I have one part missing, the inches. And you must be wondering, okay, Mr. Morales, how do we determine the inches of that equal to 7 feet? Well, you must ask yourself one very important question. You must determine how big of a jump you took. So for this situation, we're asking ourselves 1 times what equals 7? Well, that's a really easy question right there. We all know that 1 times 7 equals 7. So remember, that's when we now introduce the golden rule of ratio tables. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So because we did 1 times 7, we're going to multiply 12 times 7. So let's go ahead and show the work for that. 12 times 7 equals 84. So that is why 7 feet equals 84 inches. So remember, the first line of your ratio table is your known fact. Then you put the information that you know. Then ask yourself, how big of a jump did I take? 1 times what equals 7 was the question we had to ask this time, but you want to look at your ratio table and you use those numbers to ask that, determine that question of what it might be 2 times something equals 10 or something along those lines. And then after that, what you do to one side, you do to the other.